Hello and welcome to Wendell's Guide to doing Zolomon Heroic as a hunter. So basically for this first boss, in the initial phase, what you're going to want to do is you want to be spread out. He'll cast an electrical shock. You can see you just cast at someone. And if you're within a 6 yard radius of that person, then you'll also get that debuff. Um, so you want to avoid that. The other thing is you can see that white bird that just spawned. You want to kill that ASAP. So whenever that white bird spawns, you switch to it and kill it ASAP. If you're the one who gets, because it'll pick people up and deal damage to them. So if you're the one that gets picked up, you can actually target it and still DPS it. Um, the other thing that happens in this phase is he'll do an electrical storm and he'll cast on a random person. They'll fly into the air, and everyone else needs to get under that person to avoid taking the massive electrical damage. So you can see he picked me up, so everyone else needs to run, get underneath me to avoid taking massive electrical damage. And then as soon as I get dropped back down, everyone just spreads back out ASAP, which they didn't really do right there. You can see two of them got the debuff because they were right next to each other. And that's pretty much all there is to this fight. Just kill the white bird, stay spread out, and then stack for the electrical storm. For this boss, basically the main thing you want to do as a hunter is there needs to be three different ranged or three different people at range. If you have a male, if you only have two ranged people, the two ranged people actually want to stand kind of close to the boss, and that way a melee can run out farther past y'all pretty easily and then come back in without having to run all the way across. Because basically what he'll do is in this form, he will charge people. So he will charge the farthest person. So in this case, he charged the lock first. Now he's charged me, so I run in, and then the healer runs out and becomes the third person charged. So you just want to make sure that you alternate three people for when he's in his humanoid form as to who's at range. Honestly, if you do have three range, it works best. You can see what we're doing here is we're kind of lined up. So essentially all we have to do is just back up a little bit, and whoever backs up a little bit is the one who gets charged, and then they just back forward back a little bit, and then another person backs up a little bit. So it's actually easier doing it if you're lined up, because then you don't have to run all the way back and forth. In the bear phase, he doesn't do anything you have to worry about. So it's just the humanoid phase, you just alternate who gets charged. You don't want to get charged twice in that same humanoid phase, or you'll probably die. So you can see I got charged, so I moved forward a little bit, and then another guy moved back a little bit. And that's all there is to that boss. For this boss, this one, basically what you want to do is, normally you want to kill one of the ads. So like in this case, I will kill the ad that spawns at blue, and then you let the other ad go all the way through yellow and spawn the eggs over there. Things to look out for is occasionally if you do that flame breath, you can just see that. If he does that, you want to make sure you move out of the way and avoid taking damage from that. When the ad spawns, you kill whatever designated side of ad you want, and then you let the other one through. He'll also do flame orbs on the ground occasionally, and for those you just don't be near them. Try and be kind of in between them. You can see that the hatcher went all the way through, and now he's hatching eggs. And basically for this, you just want to place a trap and MD them all onto the boss. We're actually going to end up pushing the boss here, unfortunately, but it works out in the end. Basically at 30%, the boss will spawn. You can see he's about to do the firebomb, so you just want to stay spread out. At 30%, you can see all the ads just spawn, so you want to MD them and kill them as fast as possible, or they'll start killing the tank and everyone else. So pretty much kill ads first, then kill boss. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this fight, is killing the ads and then killing the boss. You want to let a hatcher through so that you can kill the ads on one side before the ads on the other side spawn, but unfortunately we got the boss down too far too fast, so if you get him down too fast, all the eggs spawn. For this boss, Basically, he'll summon two types of totems. Your job as a hunter is whenever he enrages, you just trank the enrage. Um, Also, he'll do a lightning totem. You just want to kill that lightning totem as fast as possible. And otherwise, you just go and stay in the green totem. So the tank will basically take the boss and move him out of the green totem, and everyone else just stays in the green totem. That way you get healed or something, and there'll be an ad that spawns occasionally, and when the ad spawns, just ignore it. You can't really kill it. It just respawns or something, so generally you just stay on the boss for this. He'll go down in health every 25%. He'll go down, and then like you'll kill him all the way, and then you can see he does an enrage right here. So, and there's a green totem, so you get and stand that, and you get healed. So you just kill him all the way, and once you kill him all the way, he'll go down 25%, and then you kill him all the way again, he'll go down 50%. You just do that 4 times. You can see it enrage again, so you just dispel again. Occasionally he'll cast a lightning totem, and when he does that, you just kill that. You can see he spawned the ad right there, so you just kind of ignore that. He should be casting a... There, he did the lightning totem, so you just target that, kill it really fast, and then go back to the boss. Yeah, the achievement is to not kill the totems at all. But you definitely don't want to kill the refreshing water totems, because that helps out tremendously with the healer.
It's just a creepy anime.
And that's really all there is to this boss, just killing lightning totems, standing in the green stuff next to the other totem, and killing the boss, and then tranking him
What's this crap you keep linking it?
whenever he enrages.
What crap? It's called anime.
I couldn't guess that by the URL.
That was our one use as a hunter back in the original Zul'Aman. They were like, oh, we need a hunter to trank the boss. I was like, oh my god, we're useful.
There's nothing wrong with
Fortunately,
anime.
now in Canada, we're actually more useful. We actually provide buffs and other stuff, so... Yay, yes. And that's pretty much all there is to this boss, so...
You like sports, I like anime.
For this next boss,
Lots of
he's the 5th boss. Basically, what your job is, you gotta look at what type of CCs you have, and you'll CC one of them depending on what type of CCs you have. In this case, we have a lock, so the lock should be banishing the demon. And then obviously I do trap the humanoid. So your job is to keep one of the ads CC'd. If for some reason you can't CC both ads, you want to kill the other ad. You just burn the other ad down first. As far as the boss goes, once the ads are dealt with, the boss will take on various abilities depending on who's in the group. So for like hunters, he'll place traps. Mages, I think he'll sheep or like frost freeze people, or he basically takes on various abilities. You can see right now he's taking on the ability of a rogue. And generally, there's not really a whole lot more you can look out for. You just keep your one target CC'd, and other than that, you literally just burn the boss. If anything appears below you on the ground, get out of it. But otherwise, I mean, there's not really a whole lot you can look out for. So you don't really have an interrupt unless you're marksman. So you can't really interrupt if he takes on the healer aspect. Can't do much with the spirit bolts. So that's pretty much all there is to this fight. It's actually a pretty easy fight. So you can see he's taking on the shaman, so now he's like dropping totems, and then he's doing a healing wave. So you could probably kill the totems, but I don't think it's a big deal. So that's it for that boss. For this next boss, I'm actually breaking it into 2 videos because he's basically, he'll either take on the aspect of a bear and the eagle, or he will take on the aspect of the lynx and then the fire hawk. In this video, he takes on the aspect of the lynx and firehawk. So basically, you start out in his humanoid phase. You just kind of kill all the ads, and then you kill him. Generally, I like to save MD for the next phase. And basically, what he does in this phase is not really anything you can avoid. He does a whirlwind, but you're ranged, so you don't have to worry about that. What he'll do next is he'll take on either the Spirit Link or the bear. In this case, he's doing the Spirit Link. So when he does that, you want to MD the ads onto the tank, and you need to kill the ads ASAP. Once the ads are dead, you just go back on the boss. Basically, what the boss is going to do is he will jump on a random player, and like sometimes he'll do a jump where like he jumps all over the place. If he does that, don't really worry about it. But if he does, you can see he just does that. But then he'll turn around and occasionally do a claw rage on a player. And when that happens, the tank needs to time it off immediately. But your job is, if he does a claw rage on you, like he's doing on the lock right now, your job is to pop a defensive cooldown. So in your case, deterrence. And that's really all you can really do in this phase is pop a deterrence. That's really the only thing you have to look out for besides killing ads. From there, he'll do the Firehawk, or Dragon Firehawk, whatever it's called. And basically what he does is he will do a lot of flame stuff. That circular flame stuff you can't avoid. But there will be a pillar of flame, which you just saw, which you have to move out of ASAP. And then you can see he'll eventually do a flame breath right there. And that you have to move out of ASAP. So pretty much this is just literally killing him while moving out of fire. And that's all there is to this Fire Dragon Hawk, is just killing him while moving out of fire. The longer it goes on, the more fire damage you'll take, because you get a stacking thing that increases fire damage taken. So kill him quickly in this phase. That is basically that's the 2 bosses you don't want to get because it's hard. The other 2 bosses you can get is bear and eagle, and that's what you do want to get because it's actually tremendously a lot easier. Basically, for bear eagle, he starts out in a humanoid phase, does the same abilities. He'll do the whirlwind. He'll have all the ads. You don't really know which one he's going to do, so save your MD in case he does go lynx. Obviously, in this video, he's going to go bear. But essentially, yeah, you just save it, and then in this case, he's about to go bear any second. And basically for bear, he takes on the aspect of the bear and from the second boss in ZA. So basically the 3 ranged classes need to stay at ranged. And he will charge the farthest player, and then whoever, like in this case, he charged the 1 player. He'll also do a debuff where you get creeper paralysis, and if it doesn't get dispelled, you'll get a lot of damage. But essentially, your job as range is to just literally stay at ranged and then alternate between 3 different people who's the farthest at range. The other one that he'll do is this bird, eagle, and basically for that you want to avoid their tornadoes and kill the lightning totem. It's going to be heavily on you to DPS because casters basically can't really cast too much in this phase or they'll take damage. But otherwise, that's literally all you do, is you just DPS in this phase. So, alright, thanks for watching. I hope this guide was very helpful to people and they'll know the strats. So, enjoy.